1, Bechem United 1. We have with us the head coach of Asante Kotoko, Dr. Prosper Ogum, here to engage us. A quick reminder that make sure your phones are on airplane mode, please. Make sure your phones are on airplane mode. Say, cue me when you're ready. Right, Doc, another difficult test. I'm sure this was not the result we expected, especially considering where we are in the season. Or will this be a valuable point come the end of the season?
Yeah, I think so. If you look at the way we have played over the period, this wasn't what we all expected. But sometimes that's the nature of the game. So we drew, I think the point we got, as you have said, will be a point that I think it will go a long way to help us.
What do you think was the problem today? I mean, normally we create a lot of very good chances. Today, from where I sat, I didn't see so many clear catches until Basse came in, and then you could see that the team wanted the equalizer and then the winner. What do you think the problem was today?
I think we look slow today. I don't know whether it's a result of fatigue, but then before the game we had engaged them, and then they were all okay. Physically, mentally, they were all okay. But then if you look at their movement today, that wasn't the typical movements of the players. And again too, I think today we were not able to control the middle of the park as usual. So that put some sort of pressure on us in the middle of the park. So to me, I think these were the two things that actually didn't go well for us.
So since we resumed, the amount of matches, like you said, it could be fatigue, but no team in the division has played more games since we resumed from that enforced break. We are getting to the business end of the season. Are you in discussion with the physios, the medics?
For them, they are doing their job well. Everybody is doing their job well. I mean, sometimes you may think you are fine, but that may not be the issue. I think we don't have to play on attributions here. We didn't get the results. Normally when I come to post-match, I don't assign reasons, or I don't really assign reasons for what actually happened and we lost. I mean, sometimes I explain more when we win. So to me, it's a game that is over, and I think that the medical staff, everybody did their best. The technical staff, everybody did their best. Only that we were soon today on the field. And I am just thinking through that it may be fatigue, but they didn't tell us.
Right. I mean, just to clarify that question, it wasn't really to blame them. If you look at Patrick, for instance, he's been consistent. At some point, they may advise you to manage the load. That was really where.
Yeah, we've been managing the load. If you look at the distance from here to Bandu, Bunaya, West and back, we try to manage them. We give them some days off, and then we did our usual training just to look at how the opposition arrange themselves on the field. So we'll get there.
Right.
Coach, Eugene Corin and Ogum Radio. Do you think for the forwards or up front, still there should be an improvement?
Sure. I mean, games are won typically from creating and scoring. So if you defend well and you don't create to score, or even when you create you don't score, then it becomes an issue when the opponent gets the chance to score. Then it puts more pressure on you. So we need to encourage them to up their game in terms of the goal scoring.
Right. Okay, Michael.
Coach, Michael Asari, Sporty FM. Adaptation came to life, most especially in the second half, following the withdrawal of Kotoko. Are you struggling to get the best out of the two of them when they do start in the game?
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, they are different individuals with different qualities. So we try to complement their qualities to the advantage of the team. So it's just because, you see, he's playing wide. Abed is playing wide, but then the fact that he's playing wide doesn't mean he's a wide striker. If you look at him, anytime we have the ball, he draws in centrally to pair with Kotoko. But it depends on where the ball is and the nature of the transition. If the transition is too quick and it's already wide there to go and to to have gone to defend, then sometimes it becomes difficult for him to get closer to Kotoko. But if the transition is closer to Kotoko, then it's easy for him to drift in there to support him. So they are individuals with different qualities, and I think they played well in different games with their individual qualities. But then, as you said, when Abed came central, he gave us something to put pressure on the opponent.
Is that something that you would consider going forward, especially using him more central?
Yeah, but if you look at Abed at Olympics, he was playing as a wing striker. It is me who has converted him into a central striker, an arrowhead. Olympics, he was playing as a wing striker. So he's even more comfortable when he's playing on the wing. But then trying to bring him in, it means that we need to change the structure. So look at the personnel available, the qualities they possess, and see if we can pair the two of them. Normally you look at the qualities and then the structure you want to play with them.
Right. I'll come to Blankson and then Atakra, but before you come, okay, Leto and Evara, so you'll all get a chance. But Coach, I know you don't want to talk about individual players, but Fernando Bassi, especially with Saka out, he has a different profile to all the players you have. How important is it for you and the technical team to keep him fit going into the business end of the season? Because today when he came in, the game completely changed.
Yeah, I think as you said, his profile is different, very attacking, conscious, always direct, typical winger attributes. He got injured. He's been training with both the youth team and now he's playing with the first team. And then we saw him last week and this week, and we thought that he's fine to play. And as usual, we need to start him from the bench gradually. So I'm happy he had the opportunity and he proved that he's back. And that's the hallmark of any player who wants to achieve. When you go out and then you come and you are given some few minutes, you let everybody know that you can also impact very well on the team. So I'm happy for him that he came in and gave us something that put pressure on the opponent.
Right. Like said.
Coach, during your interview with the Kotoko media team, you made mention of key areas of Bechem United team, but today, per what I watched the game from, you didn't get solution to the problems, especially when they're attacking Kotoko. Is it because they shock you with their tactics, or it didn't work for Kotoko today?
What I spoke about was exactly what they demonstrated, and we had also trained on it that week. But as I said, today they just look slow on the field. If you look, it's not a typical Kotoko team you've seen over recent times. Their quickness, their alertness, everything was not as usual. So we knew they were going to play that way, and I spoke about it, and we had trained about it. It's just that we were slow in terms of our reactions to first balls, in terms of our reactions to second balls, in terms of keeping an eye on the opponent who is the third man running. We were slow to tracking them, and I think that gave them the opportunity to play and gain their confidence.
Right. I will give you the chance again.
Coach, I'm Raphael from Ogum. Sorry. Coach, my attention is drawn to your goalkeeping department. Today, Frederick Asare gave us one of the best performances since he joined Kotoko. And we have Mohamed Kamara, who also, anytime he gets the opportunity, gives good performances. As a coach, how do you feel when you have two better goalkeepers in your team?
There is Benjamin Chuchu, another prospect. So
I feel good. I feel happy because anytime there's an issue, you have an equally good person for replacement.
Right. Okay, I come here and then Barras, then Little.
Coach, you are still on the league, 8 matches to go. You are tied on points with the Biani Gold Stars as it stands. They have a game against Iswatman, which we know what is really going to happen with that point.
Kotoko will be playing dreams on that same context.
But how are you handling the pressure? How are you speaking with your players? What is happening? 8 matches left. What should Kotoko supporters expect because they came in their numbers today?
Yeah, I think we just have to encourage the players, encourage everybody within the team. The there should be some element of good commentary around the team so that emotionally the players will be stable to be able to focus. I think over the period since we came, we delivered. It's only today that we didn't get the maximum points for them. So I don't think this match should bring about a lot of negative commentaries around the team where things that are untrue will be created and will be pushed on people's neck and throats. No, I don't think this is the period to do that. This is the period to encourage the players, to encourage the technical staff to get their act together. Once we have some emotional stability within and outside the team, I think it will be good for us going forward. Once the commentary becomes unpleasant and it gets into their minds and their heart, I think it will let them drop their head. And once they drop their head, we have lost it. So let's encourage them to keep their heads up, chest out, and let them understand that they can bounce back, or we can bounce back to get the maximum points in our next game.
Right. Coach Ricardo Fachetti, Coach, by your own account, there seems to be a drop in the fitness of the coach, of the players. Are they lacking the expertise of a fitness coach?
No, they are not. I have not said that they were fit. I said they were slow today. I don't know. I gave any account that I said they were slow. A player can be fit, but can be slow due to so many reasons. And today they were just slow. Yeah, that is it. So I have not said that they lack fitness. I don't
mention the trick to hand.
That's fatigue.
As fatigue. That's fatigue. Fatigue has nothing to do with somebody's strength and endurance, which is equal to power. Fatigue has something to do with tiredness in the limbs, lower limbs, and upper limbs. Yeah, so they are fit. It's just that today they were slow.
Is there a follow-up? Okay, I'll come back to you later.
Great, Coach. My name is Joseph from Media. I just went down there speaking to some fans who were very, very disappointed. You hit the road again, 2 games on the road against the Accra Lions and against Nations. Your last 3 away games have not been good for Kotoko. Is the team going to turn around this time?
There's been points won away from home. You need to know
better
that.
as per home.
We just have to work and get the maximum points. Yeah, we just have to make sure that we stay focused, we stay confident that we can win, and that's it. We just have to. It's where we've got into. It's all about giving the team emotional support. Once the team gets to know that the supporters are behind them, then it becomes relatively easier to bounce back. But when they get to know that they are not behind them, then so many things will go through their minds, and then it will create problems for us. I understand the supporters down there very disappointed because since we came here, we've given them some good quality football with the results that they want. So going to Pando, getting a draw, and looking at the way we played there, they came very hopeful that we're going to beat Bechem. So I understand their emotional narrative, but then I want to let them also understand that this is the time we need the most to get the team going.
Right. Was there a hand behind Little? Okay, so Blackson had the follow-up, and then Akumi give us the last question.
Coach, against Young Apostles at Obuasi, the supporters came in their numbers. Against Nations FC at Obuasi, they were there. Against Out of Lions at Obuasi, they were there. We were calling for their support, and today they were here. Another disappointment. Is it because the team, they don't feel like when they are playing with a huge number of support? Or what is actually the prevailing time?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. Blackson, I don't think so. I mean, we played Hasselhoff and other teams here. Sizable crowd. They played well. They won. It's just that today was a bad day at the office. That's all.
Right. Michael, last time.
Coach, we've seen the impact of your January signings, Adrian, Michael Sifa, most of these guys. But looking at Eduku and Isaac Minta, is it a matter of fitness or adaptation?
Yeah, I think it's a matter of adaptation. It's not a matter of fitness. They train well, they play well. That's why we have the confidence to bring them into the game. I'm sure the dynamics here, some are quick adapters, others are slow adapters. So it's a matter of I'm sure time, because when it comes to the quality, we give us the quality, and is also given at the training grounds. They give us the quality at the training ground. That's why we try to put them in the game. So it's all about adaptation, how we manage them, then they'll be ready to. With time, I'm sure they'll fit in.
All right, gentlemen, thank you for coming.